it all returns to nothing. It all comes tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. Ephemerality. Like most people my age, I discovered this word from that one song. Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The 500 Days of Summer girl. I still cannot remember her name, or that of any major celebrity. I guess besides Russell Crowe, but that's because one of my favorite movies are The Good Year and then The Master and Commander. Anyways, that was a little bit off topic, but as you read my Substacks and watch my videos, you'll recognize I veer off course a lot. Okay, but where were we? Ephemerality. Okay, so what does this word mean? The Webster Dictionary writes that. Sorry, I am not going down that path. Don't worry. Okay, so ephemerality is the idea of not lasting, right? Fleeting. It could be a moment in time, a person, a bird flying above, a relationship, or even a passing cloud. So is everything ephemeral then? I mean, I guess if you analyze it, yeah. We all come from nothing and we return to nothing, right? But is this really true? As the saying goes, nothing is certain except death or taxes. Bam! Gotcha. Taxes are not ephemeral. But eventually there will be no America and no taxes, so taxes are ephemeral? Okay, so this is going to get repetitive pretty fast. So we could go on and on and on and literally on and on and on, right? So I'm going to stop it here. The point I'm trying to make is that the more you analyze this, the more, I guess, sort of sad it gets, right? Yeah, boo taxes, but nothing in life is really going to last. I mean, the love of your life is going to die. Your kids are going to die. Your parents are going to die. Your BMW M3 is going to get totaled, right? So with ephemerality, we have this, I guess, hyperfixation on the idea of the end, that everything will inevitably end. Sure, that's true. But may I, the eternal optimist, present a different way of thought? Ephemerality is fucking beautiful. Okay. So why the sudden switch, right? What makes ephemerality so beautiful? I think for me, it was this introduction to impressionism class that I took that convinced me. Dr. Todd Porterfield, the NYU GOAT, right? But art history is among some of the most annoying and pretentious topics to explore. Yet it could be one of the most fruitful, and in this case, the latter. So what does impressionism have to do with ephemerality? A brief TLDR, the Impressionist movement was an art movement that started in the 1860s, which painted the rapid change of modernity, new technologies, new cultures, and a new way of life. Impressionism captured the fleeting moments of life as it happened, the ephemeral moments. One of my favorite series of paintings from this era is Claude Monet's Gare Saint-Lazare. Definitely butchering that. But it's a series of oil paintings depicting a Parisian train station. And the paintings were one of the first that emphasized this idea of time as a new technological construct, right? So for once in human history, clocks and time governed the when and where we moved. Trains followed a strict schedule. Passengers waited patiently with wristwatches on hand. Fun fact, Cartier actually created the first wristwatch. So with the advent of technology, time itself became this sort of social construct. Moments in time could be measured, and the exact ephemerality became ever so evident. However, the focal point of Monet's paintings is the steam, a gas consisting of evaporating water. It's one of the most ephemeral of the world's elements. Steam blowing into the air disappears instantly. The white cloud that engulfs the world for a split second is gone forever. You will never see that again. So Monet's time series emphasizes steam, and it's sort of this metaphor for the ephemerality of modern time, right? So going back to what I was saying, with the speed of industrialization, time began to move so fast. Things changed at like a breakneck speed. And the way of life that existed for hundreds of years was gone. Life sort of became ephemeral. Okay, so Ted Kaczynski moment. The Industrial Revolution ruined life? I mean, maybe that's one way to put it, right? But remember, I'm an eternal optimist. The Industrial Revolution sort of made life ephemeral. But in a way, I guess that sort of made it beautiful? With time, with Impressionism, I guess we finally realized how scarce, how ephemeral life is. Isn't that beautiful? That we can finally appreciate life, right? So, as we part ways today, I want you to view one of Monet's paintings. Let that ephemeral steam kind of engulf your brain and think. Life is ephemeral, but that's sort of what makes it beautiful. If everything was forever, it would inevitably get boring, get too much, and you would get resentful. Life is ephemeral, but that's sort of what makes it beautiful.